What is blocking Gemini? That is what today's reading is about. Hey everybody, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope everybody is well. For those of you that are new to Soul Embers, my name is Andrea. I'm an intuitive tarot reader coach, holistic counsellor, and I practice alternative medicine. A massive shout out to all my existing subscribers. You guys keep this channel going. I'm very grateful for your ongoing support, and I hope I can continue delivering messages of inspiration, healing, hope, whatever it is that you need on your journeys, right? So guys, I have found that many of us can already identify the underlying traumatic experiences that lead to these blocks, right? And we generally know what steps or practices we can put in place to help us work through those. Whether it be through conversations we have with our therapists or from educating ourselves with the abundance of online resources that we have. The problem that many of us face though is that we find ourselves lapsing back into those unwanted patterns of behavior that we no longer want to identify with. And every single time we find ourselves lapsing, it impacts our self-worth, we feel hugely disappointed, and the life or the relationships we envision for ourselves gets that little bit further away. So in today's reading, I'd really like to focus on the little changes you can make in the present, the decisions you can do differently, make differently, that show you that you have a choice to step into the character of the person you do want to identify and bring yourself to the present, rather than focus on what happened back there and working through what happened back there and focusing the energy on healing that so that you can make changes in the here and now. Let's try the opposite approach, because that can become quite overwhelming. Although necessary, absolutely, it can become quite overwhelming, and it just adds another block to the block. It's another step. So let's see what's going on with Gemini. What can you do to respond differently to a block that's preventing you from, finding that inner peace? All right, what message do we have for Gemini today? Drop a comment below, guys. Let me know where you're watching from. I love to know who I'm connecting with and who's on the other side of this camera. And if you do resonate and you do like this reading, please hit the like button. It does help the channel. Okay, there we go. Surrender your ego. Okay, Gemini. Cultivate gratitude, be of service to others, and come from your heart. A big ego can work against you, but humility will further your goals. I'm going to hold this up for you. Hopefully the camera is focusing there. And Gemini, what I'm getting for you right now is that you're misunderstood. Okay, and I feel that what you're actually trying to communicate isn't being perceived in the way that it's intended. And it may be perceived or received as, let's say, egotistical, or that your pride is leading the discussion or your decisions. What the receiving person isn't understanding is that this is a defense mechanism. This ego, in whichever capacity that they perceive it, is a way of protecting you. They're not able to look beyond what they're perceiving in that moment, nor are they willing to explore why you respond in the way that you do. And what this does is it causes a great gap. You're trying to protect yourself, but essentially what you're doing is you're putting a wall up, and it's not allowing you to engage in a deeper connection where you do finally feel understood. And even though you may desperately want to, deepen the connection, you can't seem to find yourself to bring yourself to energetically drop the barrier that's causing this wall around you, right? And it's increasingly difficult for you because you are aware that in order for you to be understood in the way you want to be understood, you have to communicate it in a vulnerable way. And you wish that the other person would lean in a little bit so that you can feel safe to do that instead of reacting to your response, right? That is part of the block, you know, and whatever happened in your past and the experiences that led to you to default to that, that is what is blocking you progressing a connection in the way that you want to progress it. So the message that I'm getting for you here, Gemini, is that maybe take a breather, take a step back from the situation and focus your energy on being of service towards the people that you feel safe with, the charities, whatever it is, even your immediate friendship group, those people that you feel safe with, being of service to them in a way that allows you to cultivate what your true authentic self intends, right? Allows that to grow within you. It will help block that barrier. And the more you do that for the people that, you know, you feel safe with, the more you'll cultivate gratitude. And the person that's involved in this situation will, I see that, they will recognize that. That will trigger the curiosity. And it will encourage them to lean in and have a deeper conversation with you. I'm hoping that's helpful, guys. Let me just break this down. I'll pull out one more card before I wrap up this reading. And let me know if this is the type of reading, too many cards fell out, I can't take those, the type of reading that you find helpful, and I will happily do more for you. If these little decisions, you know, if you see a positive shift when you make these little changes and you feel you're making headway, I would be more than happy to do these types of readings more regularly for you. So what I'm getting here is, yeah, so we've got the Four of Pentacles. So this is about holding back. This is about withholding emotion, withholding information. You know, in essence, this card is truly about, you know, being worried about your finances or being taken advantage of, you know, let's say. That could be one of the reasons that you were led to where you are today. What, you know, you may have had an experience where you were financially taken advantage of. Your generosity was, you know, really taken advantage of. You were someone that really gave your all, both emotionally, financially, mentally, the whole shebang, right? And now you've become really withheld. You've become a little bit suspicious of people as a result. And so exercising this sense of being of service is so counterintuitive for you, because you feel it's unsafe, like your fight, flight, freeze response is being triggered, trying to protect you. And it's important to note that it's okay to acknowledge that. It's okay to say, you know what, yes, thank you for protecting me, but I feel safe with these people. I feel safe to be of service, to be generous with my time, with my energy, with in whichever capacity. I feel safe. I don't feel safe with that person that's involved in this scenario directly as of yet. So there is a need for some trust to build here. That's what I'm getting with that person. And so, you know, you are definitely holding back. It's almost like you're observing to see whether or not they are authentic, and whether they are, you know, really interested in developing the relationship with you rather than what you can offer them, right? Are they just another person that's here to take? So I hope you guys found that helpful. Have a great week, and I will see you for your next lot of readings. Bye, Gemini.